the lawmakers discussing possible solutions after another report details issues within Maine's child welfare system. The annual report from the Child Welfare Ombudsman found substantial issues in 49 of the 82 cases reviewed. This refers to situations where policy and best practices weren't followed, compromising the safety and best interests of children or the rights of parents. The legislature's Government Oversight Committee continued their months-long scrutiny of Maine DHHS and the Office of Child and Family Services. Lawmakers are now in the process of drafting and recommending legislation which might include greater support for caseworkers.
Right now, they're not getting paid what they deserve. The workloads are insane, and that is compounding on our kids and leading to some incredibly bad outcomes here.
In response, OCFS says they agree with 60% of the Ombudsman's findings, which is on par with last year's report. The Ombudsman did also highlight positive findings, which praised caseworkers.